Morning YouTube. Today I'm pretty excited because this is my first YouTube video. Now, when I first created my YouTube account, I originally wasn't going to put any of my own stuff, any of my videos speaking. It was just going to be Creative Commons license, videos I found interesting that I can re-upload. They are not illegal to do so. But I decided to maybe upload some videos speaking about my experience. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I in bed? I'll explain that in a moment. There's actually two reasons. Number one is because I just woke up, and number two is a reason I'll get to in a moment. But today, I'm going to be speaking about lucid dreaming, which should give you a clue why I'm doing it now in the morning when I just woke up. Now, for those of you who do not know, I'm going to explain to you what is a lucid dream. A lucid dream is like when you're sleeping and you become conscious and aware of the fact that you are dreaming in a dream state. So, normally when we dream, we don't know that we're dreaming and we think what's going on is real. But in a lucid dream, you do something and then you recognize, hold on, I'm actually dreaming here. And it's actually quite cool because once you figure out that you're dreaming, you can start changing stuff. You can become like your own god and do whatever you want in the dream. You can fly, you can eat whatever you want in a buffet and not get fat. You can create things from the ground, make this huge stone structure come out of nowhere because you recognize that all of this is in your mind. It's your imagination, and you can change your imagination to whatever you want. Well, today I'm going to be speaking about my first two lucid dream experiences, and I didn't have as much freedom as most people speak about, and I'm also going to be talking about how you can have a lucid dream, and then I'm going to be speaking about last night's dream, because this is kind of like an online, dream journal. Don't know if I'm going to stick through with that, but I'm going to try it because, what many websites tell you to do when practicing lucid dreaming is to keep a journal next to your bed and write down your dreams. And in doing this, it helps you remember your dreams because you're actively going and writing them down. Even if you don't remember anything, you just remember the slightest things, that pop into your memory. And it also helps you to go back and kind of study your dreams and stuff. I'll get back to the importance of a dream journal later in this video. But, I'm not really into the whole writing thing. So what I've been doing is a recording dream journal where I record myself on voice notes on my phone or sometimes take videos. But I decided, let me do something where I upload videos to YouTube. Now, not all of them I'm going to upload. Say, for example, I have a personal dream, I won't send it. Now, let me get into this topic of how to have a lucid dream. Oh wait, first I want to mention one thing. Something I'm also going to be speaking about is, because this is going to be about, personal experiences I have, but something else I'm also going to speak about is astral projection, clairvoyance. What is clairvoyance? Well, supposedly it's the ability to see spirits, and entities beyond this world. Are you really seeing spirits? Well, you are seeing something. I'm open-minded. When I tried this stuff, I did see entities. But to be honest, I'm not sure if I found a way to hallucinate, on command, or if this stuff is really there. But I will tell you that, you can see something. For example, on YouTube you'll get a lot of these videos. I'll teach you how to have clairvoyance and see spirits beyond this world, see auras and stuff. And some people might watch this and think that they're delusional. I mean, how can you they're not really seeing anything real. But I will tell you right now that they are seeing something, And whether it's hallucination of their own mind or they're authentically seeing spirits, they are seeing stuff, you know. And if you practice what is on these videos, you know, and for every person it takes a different amount of time to learn this, but if you practice it, you eventually will start seeing the same stuff. And I'm going to do a video where I speak about my own experiences of what I saw, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. And, you know, I don't know whether it's real or you're learning to hallucinate on command, but yeah, I'm going to do one of the two. I'm going to teach you how to hallucinate on command, or I'm going to teach you how to see spirits. Yeah, I don't know if any of this stuff is real. Could be like a lucid dream, you know, all in your head. But if it is, you know, what makes it different from a lucid dream is that you have no control over the hallucinations, or little, you know. You do have some control, you know, because they're spirits and stuff, but really little control over what you see. I mean, you know, these orbs and star-looking things come to your room. You know, you see ghosts. It's quite weird. But I'm going to be speaking about lucid dreaming and how you can do it. Right. The method I find the most easiest is what I'm going to start with. And that is, in order to have a lucid dream, you need to try to find a way to become, you know, aware in that dream. And you do that by becoming aware in your waking hours. So you have fixed time intervals, and they could be every morning, afternoon, night, or every hour, or whatever, or just occasionally. And what you do is, in those intervals, every now and then, you do reality checks. These reality checks are just to find out if you're dreaming, and you need to take them seriously, as if you could be dreaming. Even if you know 100% that you are awake right now, do these reality checks. And what are these reality checks? I'm going to give you a few. So, number one, a good reality check is to count up, but not in one, count up in like 3s or 6 or 8s, you know? Because, like, say for example, you're counting in 8, so you'll go 8, 16, 24, 32, and if you can do that while you're awake, if you can do that properly, you can count up, you know you're awake. But if you're having trouble, or you're pausing, or you're just struggling to count in like 8s or 9s, or any of these things are hard to count in, chances are you're dreaming, because when you dream, you can't do mathematics. Even if you're to do a mathematical calculation as a test, like 8 times 8, or, you know, I just wouldn't recommend that. But even if you were, if you could, because some of these calculations you can do easy, like habits, so you may be able to do them in your dreams. So I'd just say, try to find something that is a little bit hard for you when you wake up, like requires a little bit of thinking, but you can still do in your waking state. It mustn't be like so easy, like 1 plus 1, you know, 2 plus 1. But in your dream, the part of your brain that deals with maths shuts down, or starts shutting down a lot. So you will struggle with that, okay? But if you pass, you know you're awake. Number 2, try reading a book. Now, I don't have a book next to my bed, so I'm going to get one. See, I got like philosophy, the Bible, the Quran. I think I have the Torah somewhere. I'm actually going to use one of my college books. I'm going to take my college music law book here. And the idea is, if you can read a body of text, you know that like you're awake. So, you know, here it is. And I'm going to read first part. Safex was established in 1999 as a Section 21 company. Okay, so I read that fine. In a dream, you would struggle to read that. And sometimes in rare scenarios, you are able to read. And it does make a little bit of sense. But then, if that happens, you read the same sentence twice, like, and the writing will change and the meaning of what it's saying will change. So suffix was established in 1999, and then you read a second time and like, I don't know, suffix was established in 1964. I went to the shops. It will just say something different. But normally when you can read in dreams, the writings say really simple stuff, you know. It wouldn't be any long words. And when you read in a dream, you normally can't read. You struggle, you know, to figure out what the writing is saying, or the writing will seem all jumbled up and mixed. You know, just issues like that. There'll be all sorts of problems. So the first step was counting. You know, if you got that through, one indication that you're awake. If you can read in a dream, second indication you're awake. And now the next indication is the mirror. And now why a mirror? Well, apparently in dreams, you know, your reflection, when you look into your reflection, it's never clear, or it's like distorted. Like you'll see your face, but it'll be all warped and like weird. A lot of people say like, seriously? Wouldn't, if you look in your reflection in a dream, you'll just see yourself, you know, in the mirror, like you see other people in your dream? And, you know, I also thought that, but it turns out you don't, you know. Well, at least every time I've tried this, like every time my reflection has either looked distorted, or it wasn't there, or, you know, some other weird stuff. I don't know why it happens. I think it's because, you know, you're, like, I think it's because when you see other people in your dream, those, you know, the people are a bit blurry in your dream. You don't see them clearly, but the part of your brain that recognizes faces is also a little bit asleep. So to them, so to you, they look fine. But you know your face extremely well because you've seen it your whole life. So when you look in the mirror, you recognize, hold on, something ain't right here. So third one is you'll go to a mirror like I'm doing, and you're going to look into it. And I don't know about you, but I think I look pretty clear, you know. In a dream, that would look messed up. And, you know, these are the 3 reality checks I'm going to give you. Now, what you do is you do this frequently during the day, you know. You do a reality check while you're walking to college or whatever. Say, am I awake? Count in 8s and stuff. Find something to read. Maybe there's something on a sign there. You know, but it needs to be a lot of writing, though, not like stop, or try to find a commercial sign, you know, advertising a product that's got a sentence of text or 2 sentences, and if you can read that, that's fine. And yeah, and then third one is try to find a reflection somewhere if there is a mirror. And what happens is, if you do these reality checks, eventually what will start happening is you'll start doing them in your dreams. So, you know, you would count in 8s, and all of a sudden you go, oh shit, I can't count. You will try to read a body of text, and what's going on? The text is all jumbled. And then the thought will go, hold on, I'm dreaming here. And then once you know you're dreaming, you're going to go, oh, that's pretty cool, and you're going to be able to do whatever you want. Second technique is a technique that a lot of people recommend, but I've never had any success with it. I have tried it though. I'm going to tell it to you anyways, because everyone's different, and different stuff works for different people. So the first thing I told you about is what worked for me, but it may not necessarily be what's going to help you out. So maybe this trick will help. And it's when you go to bed, you close your eyes and you constantly think and visualize what you want to dream about, and you remind yourself that you work. So you say you want to dream about being at the beach. You visualize the beach and you say, this is just a dream, and you visualize it and you say, I'm creating a dream right now, you know, I'm lucid, I'm fully conscious that I'm dreaming. And slowly, if you keep this thought, slowly as you fall asleep, it will turn into a dream and you'll be conscious about it. This one's a bit tricky though, because every time I do it, I just fall asleep, and I dream about something completely unrelated. Something that may help a lot though is if you do it in the morning instead. You know, you know, if it's a day that you can sleep in, like a weekend or whatever, you wake up, you know, you wake up during the weekend at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. You turn off your alarm clock, go back to sleep, and while you're going back to sleep, you visualize the dream you want to have, and say, you know, this is my intention, I'm awake, and you will dream that. Cool. Now, what I'm going to speak about is my first lucid dream experience, which, you know, was kind of disappointing because many people say that when you lucid dream, you can like do whatever you want. You can fly, you can make objects come out of nowhere. And I couldn't do that, you know. I found out I was dreaming, but I couldn't do anything. And I found out after that this is actually normal. Like, some people do experience that. Some people have a lucid dream where they come conscious in their dream, conscious that they're dreaming, but they can't change anything. That's what happened to me. So I remember I was having this one really weird dream. This is when I was not conscious yet, that I was dreaming, where I was walking in a desert, you know, and running away from something, and my feet were just like sinking into the ground, and it was like the ground was like eating my feet, and I saw this village up ahead, and I thought, yes, maybe I can escape there. Then I get into the village, and I think to myself, this is weird, you know, all this stuff happening, and I decided to do a reality check. So started trying to count, couldn't count, checked my reflection in the mirror, all distorted like a nightmare, like I was looking in, you know, those horror movies where their reflections like all blurred and stuff. Yeah, then I tried reading, couldn't read, you know. So then I figured out, hey, I'm dreaming, and I was really, really excited because now I could do whatever I want. So you know, I started trying to do whatever I want. I tried to like visualize the most attractive girl, you know, in front of me, and like completely naked. But as much as I tried, nothing happened. And maybe it was because, you know, I didn't believe it hard enough. Now it's easier to like visualize stuff, but back then, you know, I couldn't do it. And then I tried flying, and I just jumped. I couldn't, you know, and then I visualized trying to fly. Oh, but as much as I tried, you know, I couldn't. And eventually what I did was, there was a buffet in the restaurant, and I said, look, if I'm just dreaming, you know, I'm just going to eat everything on the buffet and not worry about getting fat because it's just a dream. So I started eating like everything, and I started with the desserts. I started eating the ice creams and custards, and then I went to have a pizza, the lasagna, I had everything on I had everything on that buffet. That was actually the first dream. The first dream I had, sorry, yeah, got a bit confused. The first dream I had was I was at my school, and again I found out I was dreaming, but I couldn't, you know, change anything, and it was annoying, you know. And then I tried to fly, couldn't fly, you know, tried to shoot, you know, balls of energy like Dragon Ball Z on my arm, couldn't do that. Tried to walk on walls. Eventually what I did was, there was this really attractive girl at my school, and I just, you know, walked up and started making out with her. And it wasn't like, it wasn't sexual abuse because it was a dream, you know, she wasn't real. She was my imagination. So I started making out with her and touching her. And then time started passing by, and like I wasn't waking up, and I was beginning to wonder, you know, if this was a dream. Then what happened was, she stopped me. I went to the principal, and the principal called me into his office, and like I got into trouble. I was thinking, oh shit, but eventually I woke up. Yeah, so those were my first lucid dreams, but couldn't really do like a lot. But apparently, like, you know what happened? After a long period of time, I started learning, you know, how to change things and fly. But it wasn't like what a lot of people say when they first start, you know, they can do whatever they want. So let's see. Spoke about, oh yes, my dream last night. Okay, my dream, I can't remember what I dreamt last night. Only remember bits and pieces, you know. And this sometimes happens, like sometimes you'll sleep and you'll wake up and you want to write it down, but you can't remember anything. That's what happened. Damn it, like trying to remember here. Like all I remember is like climbing on this tall building, looking down, and then somebody tells me not to look down. Second place, by this huge mountain, but it's all really blurry. And that's it.